It was never meant to be a really large website. It was meant to be a sort of exclusive boutique with some of the greatest things I could find. I wanted a website that would appeal to me as a collector, which reflected my own personal tastes and interests. And as Woolsey Ackerman started to work with me, some of his interests were reflected as well.
WalterFilm is a rather unique business in the film memorabilia field in that it's run sort of like a boutique business, in that we hand select each item.
I have to do a lot of traveling to find things. And sometimes I go to Europe and I find rare things that are United States pieces. Sometimes I'm in New York City and I find a great Italian piece. These things are collected internationally and they're found internationally. I sell to people in Japan, in Australia, in Europe, in the United States, in Canada, and I buy in all these countries. This is the great Friedrich Murnau's German film Tartuffe. This is an original German film photograph, double weight, and it's a portrait of Emil Jannings, the star, as Tartuffe.
Walter chose to deliberately go after only the best material in film collectibles. That can mean posters, lobby cards, photographs, even costume designs now, which we didn't used to handle. So he made a deliberate choice when he set up this business to only have unique and remarkable and the best that there is in the fields that we cover.
My main focus for the business is the research and cataloging for the website and for collections that we put together. Here I have a costume sketch for Mia Farrow in Rosemary's Baby. This sketch also has all the bells and whistles, including the artist, Anthea Silbert's signature, the fabric swatch, and in this case, the director's signature, Roman Polanski.
The War of the Worlds, without a doubt, the greatest 50s science fiction poster that exists, and it's one of the best pieces that we have here. So this poster is the one. I mean, it really is possibly the rarest, best, certainly the most valuable 50s science fiction movie poster that exists. This is a special poster. It's the only design from many, many different images that were used for the film that actually shows what the real essence of the film, which is the saucers, the invasion.
I'm trying to inventory some of the greatest pieces from some of the greatest films. But there's also posters and other objects from films that are somewhat obscure, where the artwork of the lobby card or the poster is itself extraordinary. This is one of the two really rare lobby cards for Faster Pussycat Kill Kill. This is the montage of all the women, and you can spend years trying to find this thing. Some photographs are more rare than any poster or any lobby card. This is the great horror film Mad Love with Peter Lorre. What makes this rare is he's in this crazy outfit for only about 2 minutes of the film, and it's almost impossible to find this image, and this is the most famous image from the film. They cannot have printed more than a couple of different photographs of this.
Here we have a set of oversized double-weight glossy stills. They're directly from MGM. They each have their original typed blurbs on the back of them, and they each have a line of the lyric from the song When You Wore a Tulip. And when all 7 stills are presented together, they represent the lyrics to the entire song.
So we deal in photographs, in lobby cards, and posters, and then certain objects like this great sweater from Clockwork Orange.
This piece was designed by Mike Roos of London, who's a famous couture designer. Stanley Kubrick commissioned this from him as a gift for the cast and crew while they were making Clockwork Orange. And this is a proof, number 1 of 3 proofs of the sweater design that Roos came up with for Stanley Kubrick to present to his cast and crew.
One of the most remarkable things for me in film posters is what Saul Bass did when he came onto the scene around 1950. His idea was to distill the essence of a product or a film, whatever it was he was advertising, because he didn't just do film. He distilled it down to its basic element, its most distilled form, so that it was just an icon.
Many of the really rare pieces, whether they're lobby cards or movie posters or photographs, there may only be 2 or 3 copies of these known. So it's not like a rare comic book where there may be 80 or 120 or 150 of them. Rare in our field is really rare. They really have held their own as investments. Over a period of time, when you buy great pieces in our field, they tend to do very well as investments. Many pieces have doubled and tripled in the last 10 years, and we think that's going to continue happening.